Hello and welcome to another update video about QNT Quant. Here, unchanged view, unfortunately. It is a bit of a mess, but I remain firm with my view that I think we will still go lower. Bear in mind, and I always have to say it because it can easily be misunderstood, we've been talking about this support area in which we are, this long-term support area. We've been talking about that now for a long time. Even before we came into it, we've been talking about it. And that is what is so relevant. These are the larger support areas, yeah? And we are now in this area. Whenever we are in these areas, sometimes also in an unexpected way, you can expect the price to move out of it at any time. So it's just a matter of not being surprised if the chart suddenly does it. However, for me personally, the lower level price action doesn't yet suggest that this is happening. First of all, let's take a look at the longer time frame. I've also sketched out the overall roadmap, how Quant should be moving. We're talking here about, let's go to the 8 hour, yeah. We talk about here the first larger wave 1, which was here in September 21, then moved down in a wave 2 in June, and we would now move up in a wave. Basically, the assumption currently is, based on this scenario, that we already have seen the bear market low and that we're now in this green wave 3. Yeah, and in this green wave 3, we obviously have 5 subwaves as well. And the expectation would be to finish off the wave 2 at some point here in this green support area, and then move up in a wave 3, then come down in 4, move up in a 5. That would finish off the third wave. We would then come down in 4 and move up in 5. Target for that third wave in red, pink, whatever that color really is around the $400 mark. It depends a little bit on how low we actually go in this green support area. But worst case in the scenario would be $380. But also that is a minimum target. Yeah, normally they are. If we really have bullish sentiment, these are normally broken, these targets, as we have seen it in this wave 1 to the upside as well. The last rally was really, really strong and did overshoot my targets as well by around $20 or $30. Because what we can do, we can only really look for the ideal targets unless we have really obvious extensions in there. Then you can also forecast higher targets, but we need to look at the ideal targets, knowing that altcoins, when they have a really bullish run, they can overshoot these targets. That's what I consider when I give my targets as well. But in a wave 1, which is very much in the beginning of an uptrend, that's always a bit difficult. I'm very happy that a wave 3 can overshoot, no problem. If we really get a bull run, the 1.618 extension is actually quite rare. So ideally we go a bit higher. So this is just about the $400 level, and we could then obviously push higher, maybe all the way up to $800, $900 in the further sequence, maybe even higher. These are more to be understood as guidelines. Okay, currently we can see here that Quant is in this current wave 2 correction. So in this wave 2, we've got an A, B, C, just to show you that in color as well. A wave down, B wave sideways, and the C wave down. And in the C wave, in my opinion, we've had a wave 1, we've had a wave 2, here wave 3, there's a wave 4, and a wave 5 is currently ongoing. My view is still that here in the very short term, we are in a wave 5 ending diagonal, which is quite a messy pattern. So it's no surprise that we see a lot of choppy price action. We've had here a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, a wave 3 down is currently in the making. There would be a wave 4 and a wave 5. Ideally not going below $80, because below $80, I have to switch towards a more bearish scenario for Quant, which would mean we are most likely going to make a low below $40. At least the bull case will remain, or will get far less likely, with a drop below the 78.6% fib level. It could also be that the low is already in. So what scenario would be that? That would mean, by the way, we've also dropped back into this triangle. Yeah, so that small rally that we had didn't really sustain. Also saw quite a strong impulsive move down. I said to you, I think in the previous video, as long as we don't break above at least $118, there is a lot of downside pressure still on the chart here. And even a move above $118 would only really reset the B wave higher here. So that is definitely something that's possible. But I labeled this as wave C then, but I'm thinking, you know, this is so choppy. Also, again, shouldn't really be a wave C. So ideally, I'm looking at impulse down, correction up, and further continuation to the downside. That would be ideal. And the price action just doesn't suggest yet that the low is in. It could be, but it just doesn't. It leaves possibilities open. I think that is the problem here. Okay. The bullish scenario would be, by the way, a move above 127 would really put a lot of emphasis on the bullish case that the low is in. But the bullish wave count would be that we came down here in wave 3, moved up in a 4, and here moved down in a 5, so that the low was actually in here. And then we moved up in a wave 1, came down in a 2, and that this was just, we moved up in a 1, came down in an A wave, moved up in an overshooting wave B, and this is a wave C down. And we would now move up, but again, what should this be? Yeah, is this a 1-2? What is this? Another 1-2? It's just not, it's not there yet. So I'll definitely observe that with interest here, but there isn't really any change yet. Okay, and that's my update about Quant. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.